Hi, I'd like to welcome Emma Jane LaRoche to our conversation today. She has been in the breed a while, and we're going to talk about her experience with the breed. Welcome, Emma Jane.
Hi, hello.
Hi. So first, what attracted you to the breed, and when did you become involved, and what kind of activities do you participate in?
I got attracted to the breed back in 2003, 2004. I actually competed at dog agility, and I had a little Bichon, and I was, quite successful with him. But I decided I wanted slightly bigger breeds. I wanted non-molting because I have allergies. And yes, I did. A friend of mine had just so happened to bump into her in an agility show, and yeah, I asked her about it. She gave me a little bit of information, and she pointed me in the direction of a breeder, and it kind of carried on from there, really. I like what I saw. It didn't molt. They were very, very, nobody'd really heard of the breed back then, but it was kind of originally my first Lagotto was white. She was kind of like a bigger Bichon. But yeah, she was fantastic. And, I had 16 years with her.
Oh, wow.
So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Discussions about the breed's temperament are happening often. Do you have any thoughts to share on temperament? What do you feel is the overall correct temperament of the breed?
Okay. They're not a particularly easy breed, and that's why I'm very careful where I place puppies. They can be cautious, or some people might call them suspicious, reserved. Okay, they're not. I mean, you can get the odd one that is very, very friendly, but on the whole, I would find them. They're quite a cautious breed. They like their family. They like introductions, I suppose. But they're certainly not a Labrador. They are not, look at me, I'm friendly, give me lots and lots of love. These guys take their time. They want to check out people. Once they've got an idea of who you are, they may well be your best friend for life, but they do take time. So, we're aware that a lot of the marketing goes on about the perfect family friendly dog, but actually I don't agree with that. I wouldn't say that is the case. I'm very, very careful where I place these dogs because they do need a lot of attention. They're not necessarily the most friendliest dog, certainly to strangers. So yeah, I do your research on this, I would say, for anybody on this, because temperament is something the good breeders are really looking at. They're not this bouncy, happy, friendly puppy dog that is, as I say, that you see in the internet. They are a complicated breed, I suppose I should say.
Yes, they can be sometimes. That's really good. Can you share with us 3 positive temperament or behavior traits that you find with the breed?
I find them very loyal, and very loving, and very clever. Very clever dogs. And I think people, if you haven't had a Lagotto, even if you've had a dog before, don't expect to have something similar to your last dog when it comes to Lagotto.
What are 3 temperament or behavior traits that you think some people might find a little bit challenging with the breed?
Okay. They can be diggers. Okay. So be warned. It's what they do. They love to dig. Okay. So if you've got a really fancy garden, okay, beware. Okay. They like a lot of attention. They're quite high maintenance, I would say. They're not the sort of breed that you can, let's say they're not quite like a Labrador or a Golden Retriever. They're not so easygoing. All right. They want attention. They want to be doing things. Okay. You can get the odd couch potato, but they're quite high energy, quite, they want a lot of attention, I suppose, is what I would say, really. A third thing, what would I say? A third thing, just be careful not to be out-trained by your dog, because they will train you. Okay, so be warned. Okay.
That's good. How important is early socialization for this breed?
I think it's very, very important, but I would say that with all dogs. I think they need socialization, but also don't over socialize. Some people think they've got to bombard puppies, dogs with socializing. It's careful socialization, it's controlled socialization, because they can pick up things pretty quickly. I mean, one of the classic things for most dog owners is being aware of fireworks. Some dogs, no problem at all. I think Lagottos can be quite sensitive. I know they, traditionally they were gun dogs, I suppose you could say, working to the gun, whatever. But actually, I do seem to recall some information about, they're quite sensitive to noise. So it's something to be aware of, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So have you come across or kind of found in this breed kind of multiple fear periods or noticeable changes in development in the first couple of years?
Big time. I actually think the Lagottos go through quite exaggerated fear periods. It's very easy to see. The behavior may change. I think with a lot of other breeds, you may hardly notice it at all. But my own experience is that you can actually almost see them passing through those periods. They are quite obvious, and it's something to be aware of. I have people call me or contact me about their Lagottos, and their Lagottos change, or it's suddenly become frightened of something, and that basically is showing it's probably going through a fear period, and it's just gently, consistently managing it. So that's really, really important, and getting a good dog trainer involved. If it's not something you know how to handle, get in touch with a good dog trainer.
Okay. As a trainer and instructor, how would you rate the trainability of the breed, and what activities do you feel they excel at?
Well, as I said, my first Lagotto was for agility. I think they are fantastic dogs to work. They are able to adapt to most sports, and I think they potentially could excel at most sports. And I'm talking, I've done agility, I've done a little bit of gun dog work, I've done some hill walk to music, I've done some rally. I mean, they can do anything. They can do anything, but primarily my own sport is dog agility, and I have been doing that for over 20 years now. So they are fantastic. If you want a dog that you want to work, these guys thrive on it.
Okay. Is there a type of training that works best with them, or maybe you want to lean away from with them, or are they kind of depends on the trainer?
Well, I suppose positive reward, consistency, structure. And again, I would say that on most breeds. Okay, not all. Possibly that, I don't know, but my own training methods would be reward based. Yeah, very much reward based.
Okay. What do you feel is the ideal home or environment for this breed? Are there things that you look for when you're interviewing people about the breed?
Okay, well, I kind of so one of my jobs, I feel, is actually to put people off having the breed. And if they can get through that, because I am very open about the fact they can dig, they can be quite vocal, they're very attention seeking. I want my puppy to go to a home, for life. So I will ask a lot of information about where they're going to go and what these new owners can provide. I am looking for families, couples, people that can give them the attention that they need. That can give them the exercise they need. For me, particularly because I do like my training, I do have a preference for people that are going to take part in an activity with them. That's just my own personal preference. Every breeder is different. Every breeder is looking for something different, perhaps. For me, it's about owners that may want to take part in some kind of dog sport, dog activity. I love seeing my puppies work. And I love, I just love seeing how the owners, build that relationship, and it's so amazing. The Lagottos are, people just they just love their Lagottos. I think you get really hooked on the breed. They might be complicated in some ways, but you get hooked on the breed.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Are you seeing any impacts of the rapid popularity growth in your country?
Am I seeing any impact? I think certainly through the COVID time, it's been very much, and I think most breeds, breeders that care for their breed have found a situation that it's people want a dog and they want it now. Mm-hmm. It's a kind of, a sense of instant gratification, and sometimes it's really been upsetting. People want to buy dogs like there's something off Amazon. There was actually a report made, because I am involved with something called SCAS, the Society of Companion Animal Studies, and it's about our relationship to pets. And they actually discovered that people spend more time choosing a fridge freezer than they do a pet, a dog, which is really sad, because people do need to do their research. But certainly it's been a lot of people want a dog. They're at home now, they want that dog. And that's it. They say, I want it in 2 months' time, I want a bitch. This isn't ordering something off Amazon. This is about nature. This is about us as responsible breeders looking for the home that's going to suit our dog, our puppy, the work that we put into those puppies, because we build a bond with our puppies. We want to see them in the best homes. Okay. Yeah.
Are you seeing are more people calling or having behavior issues that are coming forward, or is it, are you aware of rescue growing in your country at all?
It's not, and I actually, for my own breed club that I'm with, I actually do the rescue. Oh, okay. We're not seeing that many in rescue. We still, we might get 1 or 2 every couple of years. Mm-hmm. However, I think what's happening is people are actually putting them on websites and selling them through websites rather than coming back to rescue. And, mainly we have, I would say 85% or 85%. The good breeders in the UK want their dogs back. Mm-hmm. If there is something wrong, they normally have a contract with that new owner that the puppy must, or the dog returns to them, or at least they know where it's going. So I wouldn't say there's an increase. Who knows? After we get through COVID, things may change. We just need to wait and see.
True. Is there anything else in general you'd like to share about the breed, or with people as they're searching and looking, or new dog owners that are learning about the craftiness of the breed?
Yeah, I think go and speak to a lot of people. I think go and see the breed. I think see the clubs in the UK, go and attend events, get to know your breeder, let the breeder get to know you. Certainly at the moment, what we're finding, there have been some scams, people paying large deposits, turning up at addresses and there are no dogs there. Also be very wary about placing a deposit straight away when you haven't actually seen any of the parents. You don't know somebody, you phone somebody that's on the end of the line and they say, well, we want a deposit if you want a puppy. I would think twice before doing that. What else can I say? And also what frustrates me is that I get a lot of inquiries from people that say they've done their research in the breed, they believe this dog is ideal for them. From my point of view, I say, well, I need to make sure that you're ideal for my puppy, you know, rather than the puppy's ideal for you. It works both ways. And also, many of these people have never actually seen a Lagotto.
Yeah.
You know, it is, again, it's something, for me, it's very much like ordering something off Amazon. Have a look at the colors, pick and choose, decide I want that one. And it's not, this is an animal we're talking about. You know, we are, what's the saying that, you know, we are all of a dog's life where they are just part of ours. Yeah. So it's something to be noted, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the time
You're
to have this
welcome.
conversation, and we look forward to sharing it with everyone and bringing up discussions about the breed worldwide. Appreciate your
You're
time.
welcome.